All right, we are back. We're gonna finish up. We got both ears on, both. The tail, I did crochet in the round. I did the same as this one for the width. I single crocheted up about twice, decreased once, and then sewed it together. There's no stuffing in here, just sewed it on. Maybe we'll show the tail part on another one. We'll do a full body. We'll do a head. And then we are going to, on that video. And then, okay, so what we did is we took some black thread, or yarn, sorry, yarn. It can be the same kind of yarn that you used to make your plushie, or you can use different. This is size 4 DK. It's a lightweight kind of sock type thread or yarn that I used. And we're going to make the nose, a mouth, and the eyes with this. So you just want to get more than enough off of your skein, which is your bundle of yarn. So your bundle of yarn, you want to make sure you get more than enough off. And then we're going to start with a slip knot to create, start with a slip knot so that way we can get it on here. So that way we can secure it on here and start sewing and doing what we need to do. So let's get this slip knot together. So it's the same way as we started our single crochet, but we're not crocheting. Oops. Sometimes tangles happen. There we go. And then we got a knot here. Hold on. And just sometimes, you know, you can get a knot in the middle of your work, and that's fine. You can just always undo it. Oh, hold on. I'm going to pause the video so I can get that undone, and then we're going to get back to our project, because it's going to take me a little time. All right, we got the knot out. That was a little bit of a stinker to get out, but we got them out. Okay, so pretty much you're going to want to find where you want the nose. We're going to do like a triangle nose. So it's going to go from one end to the other end, going to meet down at the center, and then back up. And then we're going to fill it in, and then we're going to do a little smiley face mouth. So it's going to probably be, my goal is to get it aimed like right about here. Right about here. We're going to bring it around, and then bring it up to here. Bring it about the same distance. So let's get started. So we just got to find where we want the nose. So I'm going to go right here. Yeah. So we're going to go into one stitch and right back out that other hole right next to it, just like that. Pull it through. Oops, sorry guys. Okay, and then you remember that little slip knot we made at one end? We're going to put our needle through that slip knot. We're going to pull all the way through. Again, we're going to hide all of our tails. We're going to hide all of our tails, so we don't even have to worry about having a tail there. And then we tighten and close off. So now we got one part. Almost looks like he has a little boogie sticking out of his nose. That's okay.
Where are you going?
And then we're going to go over to the other end.
Okay.
And then we're going to come down to the center. So we're going to stick him right through the center. So you're on the opposite end. Kind of same row. Sorry, try to get better lighting here. Okay, so you got the same row, opposite end of the nose. You come through, stick your needle through the center, and then pull through. Right now it looks like a whole jumble full of mess. Okay. So we're actually going to want our thread on the other side. So we're just going to go through the center or through the middle. There we go. We want it on the outside. All right. So we got our end there. And then we can go up here. Come back out where the knot is. And this is also how I do my beaks, or similar to how I do my beaks on my crocheted owls too. So we're just going to pull all of that through. We're not making it super tight, but kind of tight. Then we're going to go back in. And then we're going to come out. Sorry, I got to get kind of close. Okay, so we're going to get really close up. So we're going to be sewing back through. Actually, I want to go back through. There we go. So for this, we're going to close off the triangle. The needle's going to come through, and then we're going to just fill all of this in by doing an up and down motion. And we'll kind of, I'll show you and kind of try and talk you through the whole thing. Okay, so now he has a cute little triangle going on. Now we're going to color it in. Bring this back out. We don't want that like fully in. So we're going to come down here. Oop. Sorry guys, just got to get readjusted. Okay, we're going to come back down into the center. We're going to come up really close as you can to the top ridge and to your stitch, and you're going to pull through. Hopefully we won't need the pliers, but I have them just in case my hair's getting in the way. So okay, hold on, there we go. We just had a little tangle going on that we could finish. My hair always gets in the way. If you have long hair like me, doesn't matter how many times you put your hair in a ponytail or keep it out of the way, it's always going to get in the way. So you see how it kind of closed in like that? That's what we're wanting. So we're just going to keep going. As close to the top as you can and as close to the next. A lot of these can be filled in too if they're too far apart way. I've been doing this for a while now. That it's became a habit. There we go. So you see I'm just coming up just right above it, trying to keep it even, keeping it the same, as close to this as possible to give it a nice even bridge for the top of the nose. And then we're always going back down into the center. We do such long things to make sure you have enough to finish, to at least finish your nose. But also with this, I can show you how we can go from the nose to the mouth. And then we probably just have enough for that, but we can also go from the mouth to the eyes. Or you could even start with the eyes and go to the nose. Hold on, gotta get... So sometimes you have to sew through your, sew through the yarn itself and not between the holes of the stitches. So that way you can get that nice closed or close spacing. Sometimes the problems are tangles when you use such long yarn. You don't have to use you don't have to do it this way. I know there's, hold on, I gotta get this undone. I know there's like so many other ways of doing this. This is just the way I know how to do it. If anybody is more experienced and would like to kind of put in their recommendations or thoughts on how we do this, it's welcomed. Again, positive, encouraging, and Tomberry, stop. Tomberry. Sorry, my dog's chewing on himself. Again. So I'm just trying to get this dang tank out. There we go. I got it out. Okay, now we can continue. To sew through. So. And then as we get closer to the center, we're going to switch directions, and I'll show you because we're almost there. We're almost ready to kind of switch directions. So I just gotta make sure, want to make sure it doesn't bundle up too much, otherwise you have that tangle problem, and then you just kind of move it over. There we go. And we're gonna go down one more. And then this time we're going to go up through where your knot is. We're going to go up through there. You can also hold and guide your other end through so it doesn't knot up. Just likes to catch on everything. There we go. And then we're going to go down this way. I'm always pulling out here because sometimes if you pull too tight, this is going to sink in. We don't want that. We want this to stay relaxed and natural. Then you go through the center, and then we're going to do the same thing we did on the other side. And working our way towards the middle. There we go. Looks like I got my thread too far, so we'll just come back up and fix that. So I just got to get a closer view. Okay, so again, you know, you can come on that side and then pull it. Looks like I need to do one more to get that brown covered up. So we're going to just get that brown covered up, and then we're going to work our way back towards the center. Tonberry! Tonberry! There we go. So see, you've got that nice closed in center. And then we're going to work our way back towards the center and cover that up. Finish covering up the browns, or covering up that brown. There we go. And sometimes you can just kind of manipulate the yarn to kind of get it covered. There we go. Okay, so again, you see I'm getting really close. Going up. And this should be our last time down. This should be our last one to cover up that brown spot, that center brown. And now this is where we want to find out, we want to figure out where we want our mouth to be. So we're going to go down. We're coming into the center one last time. But this time, we're going to come out to the side. I want to give him a nice little smile. So I think probably right about there will look cute. So you can always adjust Like what row, how big you want your smile. I think right there is actually going to be perfect. No, up a little bit more. Right there. And then you pull through. There you go. You can kind of pull it a little tight, but we still kind of don't want it super, we don't want it like super tight where it's super sunk in. Now we're going to come down. Now here's the fun part. You can either you can do like a dotted smile where you stick your needle in, come out somewhere, and then go through, or you can do one whole line of a smile like halfway through, which I'm going to do. I'm going to do like a half smile, and then we're going to come up here just underneath the tip of the nose. I personally like these kinds of these ones. Then we're going to come down underneath. So you pretty much figure your distance. So from where your needle came out to the center where your nose lines up, go back in, and you could even probably do a little gap if you wanted to do a little gap. And then you want to try and have your needle come out pretty close to the same on this side to make a nice even smile. So this is where you can count from the center. You can count, or see, we're going to start here. We're going to count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're 8 spaces away. And then you can count from here how many stitches if you wanted to get really technical. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is where you could probably use a stitch marker if you really wanted to. If you wanted to have a really nice symmetrical face and you didn't want something lopsided. But for me, I like to freehand it and eyeball it. Kind of gives it character, It took me the longest time. And this is why I also eyeball it too, because it took me the longest time to figure out that my flaws and imperfections actually give my project's character. So that's kind of why I just eyeball it, because I have to learn that I can't be perfect at everything. There you go. Bring it out. Okay, so come back in, and then looks like we got enough yarn here. We have enough yarn here that we can actually do the eyes. Princess. So we're gonna find a spot where we want to put the eyes. So I'm just kind of looking at it, and that looks like a good spot where the needle's coming out. So, and that takes a little squishing. My needle's too small, so I have to squish the face a little, and then I pull through. All right, we got our smiley bear. Got our smiley face. And looks like a good spot for the eye. And so now, let's see. I'm trying to think of how we can do the eye. It's been a while since I've had to sew in eyes. I've been doing safety eyes because it's just easier, but again, you have safety concerns with safety eyes when you're when you have younger babies and toddlers and stuff. So I think what we'll do is we're gonna go like this. So it's just a matter of taking your needle out and putting it through where you want it to go. Nope. If you don't like it, you can always unthread and pull your needle out. There we go. Again, if you're notice the end of your needle or thread yarn fraying, you can just get it wet and then get it wet and then pull it through. Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do my eyes. So this is where I have a difficult part when it comes to sewing in eyes. So let me figure this out and then we will get back to you. All right, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. So I had to figure out how I was going to do the eye. So I'll show you how I did it. But once I finished doing the eye on this side, I put my needle through to the other side that we are going to work on. I try to make it kind of like a happy, smiley face type eye, where people, you know, where you can kind of see it and you can get that it's a happy little bear or whatever you want to call it. So we're going to pull it through. So how we're going to do this is we're going to make the outline first, just like we did with the nose. So, see, so I did 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I went down 1. Sorry about that, guys. We have a family member who likes to tell their dogs that word no matter what. Okay, so we're going to pull it through. Kind of why we did lives out in the garage, but we're just not going to talk about that. All right, so I'm putting my thread through, going back out to where at the other end of the eye bridge, and then we're going to come out. We're going to go through the bottom and then out there on that side. We got a tired boy. It's way past his bedtime. And then we're going to close it off, come up here, and then we are going to try and make this eye the same as the other one. If not, that's okay. It's going to be pretty similar and it's not going to be so far off. Okay, so now we got our border, and then we're just going to fill in our border. And what I'm doing here, instead of sewing in and through, we're kind of going just kind of, okay, so we are going in and through a little bit. And then we're tightening it. We are actually going to tighten this one and let it kind of curve in. I feel it gives it character. You don't have to if you don't want to. There's other ways you can do eyes. Again, more experienced crocheters that do these more often. If you have like suggestions, better ways of doing this, we welcome your thoughts and expertise. Again, no rude comments. So we're just trying to bring this down. There we go.
Eli, I love you.
If you have like any,
I love you, Eli.
so as you can see, I'm just kind of bringing it just gently underneath the surface and everything, just underneath the eye. If you have any suggestions for improvement, if I can do anything differently. I do not crochet in my office, because it is a shed / garage, or it is a garage. It gets very hot in there, and it is not suitable for yarn work. So we do not do crocheting out there. All right, now that we're done, okay, now that we're done, we're going to come down here, sew through the bottom. We're gonna make like maybe a little button here at the nose by tying off. So we're gonna finish off and tie right here.
Honey,
There we go.
What, honey?
And then,
I just helped her up.
Good job.
Ah.
all right, so now we're gonna tie this off and hide the tail. To do that, we're just gonna go underneath this little nose. And you can do that by going through through one end, right back out the other, really close to each other.
I got my kids.
Just trying to, I thought you were gonna,
Kids are having fun.
okay, so we're gonna try and get underneath. There we go. So we got underneath our little bridge. So again, we don't pull it all the way through, creating that loop. Pull your thread through and tighten. We're going to do that one more time. Pull your thread through, grab your loop with your needle, pull your thread through and tighten. And now we're ready to hide our tails. We got 2 tails to hide. And that's just as simple as just putting it through, picking a place, bringing it out, pull a little tight, snip, and there you go. We got it done. So we're going to do the same thing with the other one, and you have your completed project. Now this here, you can add more decorations, like a little bow if you wanted to put a bow in its ear. If you want to give it like some sort of tattoos, you could. Maybe a bracelet or an anklet. Maybe you want to give it a necklace. I mean, at this point, you can just let your imagination go wild and have fun. Otherwise, here is your complete project. Thank you guys for watching and hanging out with us and enjoying our little enjoying the little tutorial on how we did the arms, the ears, and sewing the arms, the ears, and the legs on, and doing the little face. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.